Welcome back into the Sports Source. This segment of our program brought to you by Safety Systems. Folks, when it comes to home protection, when it comes to home theater systems, there is no one in East Tennessee better prepared to deliver what you want than Safety Systems. I have used them. I can vouch for them. I'll tell you somebody else that's used them. If we get a wide shot here, Houston Fancher had recently, you told me last week.
If you love gadgets, they're your people.
There you go.
Because they can make things go that I had no idea could go.
There you go.
From Xbox to satellite dishes, they can make it happen. They're fantastic.
I need to let you do the plugs instead of me. That was good. All right. Safety Systems. If we take a look over at the Safety Systems drawing board, you're going to look at the SEC tournament bracket as it's set. Tennessee will play Vanderbilt at 6 p.m. 6 p.m. Eastern or 7 p.m. 7 p.m.
7 Eastern.
Yeah, 7 Eastern. Nashville, 6 Eastern, or 6 Central in Nashville. They draw, well, first of all, I'll start with Don, then we'll get into the tournament. Don, you're on the NIT selection committee. Tennessee's 15-15. This isn't the old NIT anymore. Now you get teams that are guaranteed. If you win your conference championship in the regular season, lose in a tournament, don't make the NCAA field, you go to the NIT. It's a better, instead of a bunch of 15-15 major conference teams, it is a better tournament now. Mm-hmm. With that being said, looking at Tennessee's 15-15, is there any chance in the world that they can win enough games in Nashville to even make it onto the NIT bubble?
There is a chance because it's postseason tournament. What you have to do is just win the next basketball game. Just win the next game. I think Tennessee has a good draw. Vanderbilt is not an imposing team. They don't have a lot of big, strong people, but Tennessee needs to go over there and just win the basketball game. After that, who knows? I mean, of course, that just puts them one game over 500.
That's
then
right.
They got to win another game. But let me tell you, it's postseason tournament time, and anything can happen. We've seen it through the years. So I cannot, as an NIT committee member, say, we just will not count out Tennessee at this point in time. Let's see what the end result is. Tennessee has had some great wins. They've beaten a couple top 25 teams this season. But let's see what happens, when they get to Nashville. But I can't say today that they're out. Sure, they have an upward battle. We all know that. But this is a team that plays with a lot of heart, and we'll just have to see what happens.
Sounds like a very diplomatic answer right there from an NIT selection member. All right. Very quickly, I want all your takes on Tennessee's draw. I'm going to do it kind of quickly. Give me 30 seconds each on where Tennessee fell. I know that some of you like the idea that they're on the right side of the bracket opposite Kentucky. The problem is I don't like that first game. Vanderbilt's hot as fire right now.
Other than Kentucky, who's playing as well as Vanderbilt right now in the SEC? But that said, it still might not be a terrible matchup.
Do you think they'll get past that game one? I mean, that's the trick.
Who knows?
Who knows?
At least it's not in Thompson Bowling Arena.
That's right. All right, Houston, you said a couple weeks ago Tennessee may be the kind of team that could get on a roll, cause some trouble for teams in a tournament environment. We used to have one day to turn around on that zone that Donnie Tyndall throws at you. The big trick there, though, you got to get past that first game. Yeah. Your thoughts on this pull for Tennessee?
You do, and I think it's probably as tough a matchup as they can get in the first round just because of the way Vanderbilt shoots the three. We're worst in the league at defending the three. They're best in the league at shooting the three. So that's not a very good combination when you talk about an opening night. But tournament play tends to be a grinded-out type affair. It's not an up-and-down scoring affair. It's a possession by possession by possession, which I think Tennessee excels in. So hopefully if we can do a good job covering the three-point shooters, Mark, we'll have an opportunity to stay in that game.
Yeah, I think Vanderbilt, like we've said, is the toughest one. But you get in that tournament setting, those backgrounds are different. Vanderbilt's probably not going to shoot it as well, knock on wood, in that tournament setting and that kind of background. And then once you look ahead, I like the fact that we're on Arkansas side. We stay away from, even though we've just dominated LSU, their length. Obviously, Kentucky we stay away from. But we just got to focus on the first one. And I will burst bubbles. I don't think even if we get to the championship game and lose to Kentucky, I just don't think
you're 17 and 16.
That we'll get into the NIT and because there's some other SEC teams that are probably more deserving to get into the NIT right now.
The question then becomes, and it sounded like Donnie Tyndall would be interested in it, do you take a bid to one of these to the CBI?
I don't think they will. I don't think the administration will go for them.
Tyndall sounded like he would take any postseason game he'd get, but I wondered the same thing. There aren't a lot of SEC athletic directors that look at the CBI and say, yeah, let's do that.
I know a year ago Texas A&M played in the CBI, and they later regretted it. They came out publicly and said that they wish they had not gone that direction.
They lose a lot of this.
Lose a lot of cash.
Lose a lot of that.
Yep.
Lose a lot of that. You don't lose a lot of money, but you lose a lot of that. All right? It's an old Steve Martin joke. All right. When we come back, we'll take a look at Tennessee's offensive line. Come on back.
Follow the Sports Source online at sportsource.tv and on Twitter at SportsSourceTV.